kraken that you were tracking. You also dealt with the aftermath, which was a small scouting party of pirate giants that
Lone wolf.
seemed like they were hoping to prey on a weakened hunting ship, not realizing that they had spellcasters with spells that just instantly end seafaring encounters. Um, thank you, Wizards of the Coast. So, um, with that, you made your way back into port, and as you are, as your ship is setting in, you see there is a massive crowd in celebration of your return. Um, although over half of the crew has died, you get the sense that this was, for those who survived, you get the sense this was essentially like an initiation for any of the surviving crewmates, as much as it was a way for you to prove your own mettle. Um, so, um, with that, as soon as the ship docks, sailors basically rush all of you, and they just start screaming in excitement, and you're being like kind of grabbed by the shoulders, and there's a lot of hype going around right now.
We're like the Beatles.
You're exactly like the Beatles. Um, with that, you uh, kind of look over and you see that large juggernaut of a ship um, that notably was not the one that they used to hunt down this kraken. Um, and you see the leader of this guild just kind of raise a mug towards you and take a swig. Uh, with that, you notice a bunch of smaller ships begin circling, and essentially, the Kraken is kind of pulled up, and parts of it are just being hacked off into smaller, more manageable pieces, and just immediately loaded.
Derek, didn't you want the bones?
Oh, who do I talk to about that?
Oh, we all the bones.
I need all the bones. Hey, where's the captain in charge of all this?
Are you asking out loud?
Yes,
Oh, like,
They'll point right back at the guy who raised his mug to you.
I would like to walk over to that man.
Okay. Um, uh, as you do, you see kind of the gray slacks, gray coat, kind of well dressed for the for considering surroundings. Um, you recall the name of the captain, Ollie Silver, as he gets up um, and walks towards you as he sees you coming. Um, are you carrying your huge like trident right now?
Yes. Where
Okay.
else? Where am I gonna put it?
I mean, it
that's a good question.
it's large enough where
Laid on the floor.
yeah, you kind of get the sense that no one's really gonna mess with it because first off, it would take more than one or two people to carry it off.
Is he
Um,
is he on a boat?
yeah, he's on a boat.
Before I go up the plank or whatever, I'll set it down on the dock
Okay.
gingerly.
Yeah.
Is that gonna roll off or anything?
No.
Okay. So I
Um,
lay down the trident and I go up.
okay. As you do, the eels that are wrapped around your arm just kind of like slither onto the shaft of the
Correct.
trident.
Now I
Um,
have I become mm, am I no longer attuned to the
no,
trident?
you're attuned.
Okay, good, because I couldn't handle that right now.
Yeah.
I'd literally die. Um, I'll go up to the dude in charge.
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Silverbrand,
As
Silver.
you as you walk up, he kind of gives you a nod, kind of walks up to you, and like pulls his head in close and basically like grabs you by the back of the head and like headbutts you.
Cool. I'm on the stack. I represent the remnants. Remnants. That's our group. Uh, we did leave.
As you're talking, he turned and he's pouring you a drink.
Sorry, I don't drink anymore. So sorry.
He looks back at you and just goes, "Fair enough, two for me."
Now we have a little thing I'd like to discuss, if you don't mind.
Of course. Look,
Okay.
your crew is, as far as I'm concerned, you are one with the boneyard. So, you are owed a favor in gold or a favor in kind.
We're gonna take that favor in kind. Uh, we'd like all the bones from the Kraken.
He kind of gives you a curious look, um, and then he kind of looks down um, at the trident that you left on the docks, and just goes, "Give me a persuasion check."
He says that to me.
That's what he says.
Persuade me.
Where's persuade? 9.
9. He looks down at the trident, looks back at you, and just like there's this look of realization as he goes, "Ah, gypsies."
Gypsies. What's a gypsy?
He says, "I'd be willing to part with the bones. We typically just sell them to the sea witch, and
A sea witch.
you might have seen her out in the waters. A witch that walks along the sea. You see her in the mist."
What she look like?
It looks like she's not from around here.
It's pretty vague.
Well, if you must know,
Is she elf-like?
she is an elf. She's got caramel-colored skin, burning eyes, dark hair. Not much of a penchant for conversation, but she's one of them. Forget the word, but she takes the bones off our hands.
Recalling my vision, that I had. Does this sound like the lady that I talked to?
I mean,
It's a pretty vague.
yeah, it's a vague description, but so far, it you wouldn't be able to rule it out if we were playing Guess Who.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I hope that doesn't like interfere with your business.
It's no interference at all. If I will say, given the size of this beast, I would not be able to completely write that off. So, if you take a favor in kind or a favor in gold, a little will come off the top. Unless you wish to pay the witch's rate.
What's the witch's right?
Well, we gotta weigh the bones. But typically, it's a gold piece for a pound.
So how much off the top are we talking? If you took some of it.
Well, we've gotta weigh the bones first. But it's a gold piece for a pound.
Well, I understand that. I'm asking what percentage of the bones are you giving me for the favor?
Oh, I thought you wanted all of them.
I'm trying to figure out. You know what? Let's weigh the bones first. Let's just figure that out.
I'll have you talk to my associate who does all the maths.
Okay.
But first things first, we drink, or I drink and you watch, and then we weigh the bones. All right?
Can I grab my associate who does all the maths?
Yeah, grab your associate that does all the maths. I'll grab my associate that does all the maths. We'll drink, or I'll drink and you'll watch, and our associates will do the maths together.
Gus! Gus!
So you're just talking. I'm helping load or do whatever down on the docks. Before I hear Varric calling me, is there any obviously plastered shipping label or printed stamp, or if they're sending this stuff somewhere, can I find out where they're sending it?
I mean, they're essentially loading up these just like hunks of kraken meat into like huge cases that are on rails right now, or these are like carts that are on rails.
Like a
Each of
train?
these carts, huh?
Like a train?
Um,
Or
it's
like a
not
quick-
exactly a train because these are like individual carts and they're being pushed by hand into a warehouse that kind of goes like a little deeper into the city. You would see one like stamp on the side of the what do you call it? Part that says Blood Gulch Meatworks.
So, just that. I'll look up at Varric. You're bleeding through just a little, Alex.
My really?
Your audio. I'll look up at Varric and drop a hunk of meat just on the ground and run up to the ship.
Okay.
Cass, I need you to do some maths for me.
Oh, Okay. Important math?
I kind of take him to the side.
Captain.
I just, the Captain and I just need you to be the smart one for me.
Got it.
Thank you. Not that I can't do maths. You get it, alright?
You trying to play dumb here? You're trying to...
I'm trying to play at the captain's level.
Alright, fair enough.
Thanks.
What's the math for?
Oh, we're getting the bones. Instead of money.
Right. Okay.
It's really important. It's really important we get the bones. All of them.
I clap my hands and turn around. So, bones.
Yeah, so you're talking bones.
We're getting all the bones.
That's right, you are.
What math needs to be done?
Well, your associate was beginning to talk percentages. As my offer was payment in gold for bones now, or have you take it on credit, and if you request gold for this job, payment then. Otherwise, consideration if you choose to be paid in a favor from the Rust Alley Whalers.
Right. So we're getting paid in favor, and that favor is getting all the bones.
I like to think of myself as an honest businessman, and what you've done, I think getting the bones in and of themselves wouldn't be fair for your part in taking down this Leviathan.
Oh, yeah, I mean, a lot of, we're fortunate we made it.
I mean, I offered to give you the bones now and also pay you the remainder of what we agreed on.
That sounds fair.
I was for the cast. I thought it was the other way around. I thought we were gonna have to pay him. And
So did I.
okay.
Exactly as we had discussed before, our group, that you, um, where's your guy to weigh the bones?
You all have no clue what the fuck you're doing, do you?
Well, I
And
mean,
he
we
points
look.
at you and he goes, "You don't know, and you don't know."
Well, we killed the Leviathan. We knew how to do that, and we stopped the Bone Boys. You know.
Yeah. Well, you are hunted by the Bone King, and the king has decreed that all of your heads will come off. So, if I may give a bit of parting advice, if you wish to survive the coming trials and tribulations, I would just say, perhaps talk less.
Got it. Good advice.
Understood.
So, he reaches into his coat pocket and pulls out like a little envelope, and you watch as he pulls out like what looks like a smaller sheet of paper, or a stack of smaller sheets of paper, and he like flicks one, flicks another, and puts the rest in his coat pocket and hands them to you, Varric.
What do they say?
These are This is blank stationary. With just like a little rune on the bottom right of the sheet, like a little glowing stamp.
Thank you.
When you make a decision, write me. And if you ever need assistance from the Rust Valley Whalers, and you decide that you'd prefer to be paid in a favor, I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Okay.
Where would you like the bones delivered?
I think maybe we can just pick them up here from here.
That's what you think.
I don't
Makes
want
it
to.
easy.
I don't want to give away
Maybe
the
just
Harbor
ignore them
Coast.
for now.
I don't care about that.
I mean, it's a giant kraken head.
It's a lot of
We're gonna
bones.
Pretty
need-
sure the bones are gonna be.
Tell him where the tower is.
Can
If,
you bring him to the edge of the Lost District?
What if we can wait till we get our boat?
If this makes it easier, they don't have quite as many bones as one would think. They don't. If it helps, these beasts are not born with bones.
What?
What?
Like an octopus.
They put the bones.
They're a bit like an octopus. We don't exactly understand how it all works, but it's thought that they actually gather bones of other beasts, seafaring creatures, and graft them onto themselves. So, perhaps that was one cause of some of this confusion.
Okay, so how much do they weigh?
I mean, they weigh about as much as a bone does. It's an issue of mass.
I meant cumulatively. What's the average?
About a ton.
Oh shit.
That's too much.
That's a lot.
Yet this kraken in particular was sizably larger than the usual. So maybe add it with a half.
Okay, so yeah. If you can bring him to the edge of the Lost District, we'll take him from there.
Sure. We'll just dump him at the edge of the Lost District.
You know where the
and
bridge is.
You'll hear a horn blow 3 times. That's how you'll know.
3 times.
No.
What? No,
We'll have Danny Boy at the location. One of ours will be there. Lost District has more than one place to dump things.
I was joking.
I know. But we can
He reaches
do
into
this,
his coat
right?
pocket, grabs like 4 more of those papers, and hands them to you, Cass.
Okay. Sending spells, right?
Sure.
Okay. You know what, Varric, you've handled negotiations pretty well thus far. I'm gonna go back doing the grunt work. Thank you, Captain. We'll figure out all the details later. And
Very well.
I walk away.
I'll be reaching out with payment. All right. Is there anything else?
Oh, no, I'm pretty good, actually.
All right. Well, you say a prayer for the sea god for me.
Sea God. One for the cabin. And then I leave. I'll pick up my trident as I walk by.
I'm down at the bottom. You know, are these? What are you gonna do with these bones, Varric?
I don't know, okay?
This is
You
kind of
100% want to? I have no idea.
it's throwing a whole wrench in our whole game plan here for
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just make sure you don't fully jump into this cult that drowns the entire city or something.
I
I
didn't
don't know
say
what you're talking.
entirely.
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
While this was going on, I was still doing grunt work. I was using telekinesis though, because I'm not strong. And I want to ask,
Such a
like, the
flex.
other people loading things up about, like, Leviathan processing and, like, if there are other places that these go to get processed, if it was only Blood Gulch, if anyone's ever been to Blood Gulch,
Give
stuff like
me a persuasion check with advantage.
That's a 16.
Okay. I'll tell you, as the DM, I'll tell you what you learn. But this happens first. So, Cass, as you watch over, you watch as there's two kind of baffled looking crewmates that are kind of just staring at a cart, like inspecting it, and they look at each other. They look at Sandara and nod, and you watch she just telekinesis this huge piece of like kraken meat up from like the one of the ships to the cart, and they just kind of nod. Someone else comes over and pushes it away, and they look back at each other. They look at another kind of ship that pulls up with like, and they just kind of make a little motion like, and then you see just like a significantly larger piece of kraken that's loaded, and they just kind of look at each other, look back at Sandara, nod. That's lifted up, brought into a cart, and they just kind of. And this goes on for maybe about 20 or so minutes with like incrementally larger and larger pieces of kraken until essentially like you just max out the size that the carts can carry and actually just cut down like what would have been a full day's work into like 15 minutes.
Wait, how much weight can telekinesis pick up?
I think it's up to 1,000 pounds.
Oh.
And that's
Wow.
1,000 pounds instantaneously over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
So yeah, it makes work like this where you're dealing with like slimy, squishy parts and pulleys much easier. We get to a point where it's almost like automated, where ships are not even like docking; they're just kind of doing drive-bys, where it's like one of those like Japanese sushi buffets. And again, you just have like the two foremen that are just kind of sitting there like.
This is like
So with that's why you got advantage, and with that they'll tell you anything that you want to know. So specifically, you were asking about how processing works, whether or not there was other game in town. Basically, he would tell you since the chaos that unfolded at the Vulture Den, a lot of the product has kind of shifted to Blood Gulch Meatworks, that essentially was not just contracted but owned by the Bone Hunters. And they pay pretty high jacked up fees to the bone hunters to have the Leviathan parts processed. They will confirm that they do have dealings with someone that they just call the Sea Witch, who comes by and uses the same magics that you just did to, as they describe it, use bones for witchcraft. And specifically, they describe her like emerging from the sea and then just like walking back into the sea, like walking underwater on the seafloor, like with the bones in tow.
Crazy.
Yeah, does that answer your question, or do you have anything else more specific about anything?
No, that's great.
Yeah.
She did also ask if any of them had been to Blood
Oh
Gulch.
yeah, if anyone's actually been to the meatworks.
I mean, yeah, they essentially take
Wheel
these.
their stuff in.
Yeah, I mean, they take these hand carts basically on the rails back to the warehouse, get them off rails, load them onto essentially like kind of Arcanotech carriage, like primitive vehicles, and then like take multiple trips and vehicles to the meatworks to drop them off. So there's definitely like a constant exchange between these two factions.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why you guys don't use magic more often when doing this. Be pretty efficient,
Yeah,
you know,
it would be,
if I'm
except
around.
no one really does it.
Oh, okay.
And you
Well,
see the other one just goes, my mom did a bit of magic.
okay, well, never
She would
mind then.
always tell me if I was going to have a bad dream when I was misbehaving.
Did you?
Oh, that's actually.
Every time.
Wow.
I don't think that's actually.
Seems pretty magic to me.
They say sorceress blood runs through my veins.
Do something.
They say that only females in the family carry the gift.
Got a sister.
That's a bit of a shame.
No.
Alright, guess it dies with your mom.
Maybe your daughter or
Up there.
something? No. Oh my gosh,
Oh.
nerd.
I might have kids. You don't know me.
This is for
I
me.
might have a daughter.
Do you?
No,
Not
but
yet.
I can.
I'm sure your daughter would be a very powerful sorceress. I mean,
Well, that's worse than what I said. Getting
What?
his hopes up. She's gonna be some kind of
maybe she
mystical
will
magic.
be. You don't know.
You said you were
Sorcery is-
sure she would be.
Okay. She might be a very powerful sorceress,
It's possible.
and I'm hopeful. You know, sorcery's cool.
I'll name her the Queen of Nightmares.
Cool.
That is a
Cool name.
very cool legal name.
You let her know when she becomes the Queen of Nightmares. And she's old enough. We got a spot on the party. In the Remnant.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
think she could grow up to be like one of yous, toppling bone onto ships with
Exactly.
witchcraft?
Yep. That's what we did.
Yeah, probably. It's dangerous though, so there's that. Yeah.
I mean, it's dangerous. We do that all the time, just without the saucer.
Yeah, that's fair. That's also insane.
I think it's more dangerous than what we
Yeah,
did.
but the pay is quite good.
If you make it back. Right.
And
Yeah,
if
there's a saying around here. There's a couple of sayings. One of them is one last job.
ah,
And the other one is, damn, I was just about to retire.
I bet you'd make more money if the Blood Gulch Meatworks didn't take such a high percentage. What's up with that?
I know, I would be retired by now.
Hmm.
I'd, buy my own island, like, those Beaumonts. I'd have me a barrow more of myself.
Buy your
Ride
own.
horses, have a garden,
Sounds garden.
What you growing in the
maybe pay someone to teach me to read.
Okay. I could just imagine the Queen of Darkness like running around sniffing flowers. That'd be cute.
Queen of Nightmares?
Oh, Queen of Nightmares, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it would be better. And also, you all, blew up one of the other factories' rates went up. So, it's not your fault really, because on one hand, it's, you know, we were all us little folk were like, good for you, but at the same time, fuck you.
Hmm.
You made things fucking harder.
I get it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you get it. Yep. So,
Would there? Never mind. Never mind. I got stuff to ask you guys in private.
oh, you want to talk to me in private?
No, us, not you.
Oh,
Not that
well,
there's.
I was sort of standing here first, so.
Fair.
We're gonna leave. We're gonna walk away.
Yeah, we're gonna leave. What's your name though? Just so like in case like a young child called the Queen of Nightmares shows up like 30 years from now.
You remember the name Jank.
Jake, got it.
That's right. So, when my progeny becomes Queen of Brightwater, you know who to pay homage to.
He's also the
Jake.
Queen of Brightwater. Ambitious little fella, but all right.
You got it, Jake.
Nice to meet
Yep.
you, Jake.
Thanks for the heavy lifting, little lady, and the rest of yous. Thanks for helping with the Kraken and whatnot. So,
Yep, you'll see us
Yep.
around.
bye now. All right. So with that, where are y'all headed?
I mean, I assume we're going home.
Yeah, how long has it been?
Honestly,
An afternoon.
been about like 9 hours since he set out for the morning, so it's like getting to be early evening at this point.
Wow, time flew. We are vulnerable to Hellhorn looking at us.
I'm vulnerable to everything.
Well, I mean, if he wants to spy on us, he can do it. So I think we should get back quickly.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it.
How?
Do we? I don't think we have any land.
What is my phone? I think I have one more spell slot left. I will use my last 3rd level spell slot to wait. Yeah, we didn't have any sending stones to give. I'll send a message to Danny Boy.
Okay.
Hey, so Kraken hunting went swell. You able to pick us up where you dropped us off?
Yep, on my way, boss.
So what are we gonna do with them bones?
I think that's for you to figure out.
You're the one
No, I mean, how are we gonna get them
trident. and
to
then-
us?
Oh,
They gave you all that paper.
yeah, I pulled. These are just blank business cards,
understand.
right?
I think you're supposed to like
Yeah, it's
tell
blank
them where you
stationery.
want it. Tell them where you want it.
Um, I, I, I don't know. What are you doing with these bones, man? It's like,
I also don't know.
What does the
I was
Kraken
just
tell you when he, or it, or
the Kraken just told me to
demon?
get all the bones.
Wait, can you just ask him? I thought you said you could talk to the Trident people or somebody.
Okay, I pick up the trident, and I'm gonna find somewhere semi-private, like an
don't
alley.
don't get your soul all lost and eaten and stuff.
I'm not. I need some. Yeah, I need to be alone.
Okay,
I
It's
mean,
weird to do this in front of people.
I'll I'll like whisper, flick a little bardic inspiration towards you.
I go, sit down, cross my legs with the trident in front of me, and I'm like, um, Kraken, are you there?
You just feel a presence, and you almost like hear this growling at the back of your skull.
That's creepy as fuck. Can you tell me what I'm supposed to do with these bones?
Build me a shrine in my honor.
Okay. Does it matter where? Just anywhere.
At the bottom of the depths.
In the ocean? How am I supposed to do that?
There's just a growling sound, and you hear a rush of like your brain is underwater and exposed, and something's just swimming around it.
Cool. Can I reach out to the sea witch in this state of mental underwaterness?
You can try.
I'm
For
gonna
one.
try. Sea witch. I assume you're the one that talked to me in my weird vision. Wondering if we could have another chat.
You just hear growling. There is no sea witch. There is
Yeah.
only Trakis, greatest of calamities.
Thrakus. Is that your name?
There's just once more growling of frustration.
You know, this isn't gonna go very well if you're gonna just be angry the whole time. We need to open up better, lanes of communication if we're gonna work together.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
You have a D10.
We'll get there if I need it.
oh, I'll restore balance so that it's not disadvantage.
Thank Jesus. And a D10, we might as well fucking put that bad boy in there. Nice. 25.
25.
Yeah.
As you're
Except the D10.
holding the, what's your position right now? Are you standing, sitting?
I'm sitting with my legs crossed, just kind of balancing the
Okay.
trident.
The trident violently pulls to one side as the lampreys begin shooting up one of your arms, up the shoulder, and like around your throat, and you feel one of them like a cold, wet nose of something in your ear as it just whispers to you, grab the bones, build a shrine.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. I can't do it underwater. I had to breathe air.
You knock too much. You have been given the gifts that you need to complete this task.
Okay. I get up. I walk to the water. And I go into the water.
Uh,
Okay.
Varric, the boat's
Water.
coming.
Give me a second.
Yeah, you watch as Varric communes with this massive trident and then just gets up and then just starts walking into the water.
Yeah.
I imagine like we had our backs kind of turned because he said he can't
Yeah.
do it in front of people watching, so we were kind of like,
Yeah, you just like hear a splash and he's like shoulder deep.
I start walking
Yeah.
deeper.
The water is freezing cold, yet it is not uncomfortable to you. Like, despite your Goliath heritage and resistance to cold, there's something kind of soothing about it.
So I'll continue to walk until I'm submerged.
I mean, you're at a point where there's kind of like you kind of have to dip down to submerge.
Okay, I'll like.
Because you're in kind of like these are like man-made, like kind of causeways here. You're basically like swimming in like partial sewage right now.
Oh.
Can I get out to the regular water?
I mean, you could like go out to where it spills into kind of like the ocean, but I mean, this is Langston, so
I turn to Cass.
is that what you want to do?
There's like a 50%
Yeah.
chance he's not coming back. He's just gonna walk into the water, and this
Yep.
is gonna be a whole other thing.
Yeah. When does this become a concern?
I know. I mean, he hasn't stabbed anybody yet, so that's a good
Yeah.
sign.
You watch as Varric is kind of like looking around in the water, and then like walks kind of towards the opening, like towards the ocean.
Okay.
And then just like walks into the water.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I mean,
start
you can
trailing.
breathe. You can breathe underwater.
What?
You can
I
breathe
can breathe
underwater.
underwater.
Yeah.
So cool. All right.
It's a very alien feeling because you feel the water filling up your lungs, and you have that like initial sensation of just like freezing cold stabbing salt water in your lungs, and then it just kind of stops, and there's just stillness where it's not like you feel like anything's moving. It just like fills your lungs, and you just feel like you stop breathing and you're fine with it.
Crazy. I activate the ring of water walking, which I assume just shoots me up to the top.
It does not.
Okay. I swim up to the top
Mm-hmm.
and then activate the boots of water, the ring of water walking.
The ring of water walking is not a device that is activated. It's just all is on.
Oh. So how did I go underwater?
So it's weird. As you go to the top, you realize it's almost like climbing out of a pool, except you can sort of just will the water to put you where you want. So
Oh,
you
cool.
watch as Varric kind of does the behind the couch like walking up fake stairs trip just in the middle of the ocean and just like emerges. You also have a swimming speed of 30 feet.
Whoa.
That's for you.
Do I have to cough a bunch of water out?
Yeah, expel the water first.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. As you come up, you're actually now starting to suffocate as you emerge, and yeah, you cough up a bunch of water. You're like
Cool.
on all fours in the middle of the ocean.
The fact that there's a guy just emerged out of the water and now he's on all fours, coughing up water. That's a great image. I like that. Okay, I'll walk back over to my homies.
Okay.
So apparently I can breathe underwater, which is cool. Didn't know that. Um, you know the old the bones. Why do I need them? I gotta build a shrine underwater. So you know,
Okay.
I don't know what we're supposed to do with that knowledge, but
Build
All
a
right.
shrine.
Is this
I
something
also
that we
never
have to
built.
do like right now, or can we like keep doing all the Elmhorn stuff first?
Well, first of all, I don't know how to build a shrine or how long that will take. Also, I wasn't really given a time frame, but he did make the weird eel things go into my ear and whisper, build a shrine. So I think we're on a bit of a timetable with that one. Um, seeing as I don't like eels in my ear.
But did the eels hurt you?
What
I'm just kidding.
the first?
We'll build a shrine. We'll get the shrine then.
You don't have to. You don't. I can do it. Just maybe be on the boat above me doing it.
At this point, Danny Boy pulls up with the little arcane motorboat. He says, "Hey, we talking building shrines?"
We are in fact, as you know.
I heard you,
Cool.
because you're
Cool.
standing on the water yelling.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
want to
gonna
ride,
get
or are
in
you
this
gonna
boat.
walk?
Yeah, I'm gonna get in this boat. I'm
Very funny.
exhausted.
I'd like a ride as well.
Okay. Oops. And you watch as he like motors past you and goes to pick up Cass and Sundara.
I'll walk towards the boat.
Okay. He kind of like begins to set off, and as you get closer, he kind of like speeds up a little bit and does that for like just like 45 seconds.
Just enough for me to get very angry at him.
Yeah.
Okay. The guy with the giant trident.
Yep.
Who killed a massive kraken.
Yep.
Thing. Okay, cool. Good to know where we stand. I get in the boat.
He
I pout all the way back.
yeah. He kind of leans over to Sundar and goes, I realized when I was pulling the boat away from Varric, I thought it was really fun, and I'm starting to think that he did not think it was very fun.
It was hilarious, so that's fine. That
Yeah.
Wow.
What's that thing he's carrying?
it's like a cursed magic trident that he pulled out of the eye of the Kraken, and it speaks to him, you know?
Oh, I shit you not, my old captain had a huge cursed magical item that had something to do with Krakens too. It's definitely a thing.
Honestly, not the first time it's happened to Varric, so we'll kind of just see how it shakes out.
Yeah. Yeah, my captain died shortly after.
Yeesh.
In fact,
Love that.
and now, yeah, and then Elhorn found his body and brought him back as a zombie, and then
Oh.
he used that cursed weapon to like pin him through the chest into a wooden panel.
Wait. Is your old captain, he's got like one eye or something? Something one eye?
Yeah, well, he had two eyes when he was my captain. Kresnik cut or sorry, Elhorn cut one of them out because he cut Elhorn's eye out.
Eye for an eye.
Well, no, it was an eye for being a dumbass, but then for Elhorn, it was an eye for an eye. Yeah,
Okay,
but
so
also
now,
turning him into a zombie and
yeah,
having the Kraken sword chained and like pinned through his chest.
yeah.
What
So
if
that's
we
still a thing.
collect all of the Kraken weapons?
Do
Yeah.
we get a giant Kraken
That'd be
mech?
pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, we're already sort of doing dark dealings with an underwater, probably demon. Let's face it.
Oh, you guys are messing with like an underwater demon too?
I know. I think
Two?
that's a part of the trident thing.
Oh.
So
Oh yeah.
Oh, so it's like a Kraken demon.
Kraken like depth prints, and it's like it's a chain or something. I don't know. You have to ask Varric really, and I don't know if
Well,
Varric really knows.
There's also a sea witch. She was there.
I mean, I'll tell you guys this right now. If a demon prince of Krakens reached out to me and was like, Daniel, take my power, I'd probably do it.
Right?
I mean, power is enticing, so yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if it's the power. It's just to, for something to fucking do.
It's also like, how often does a Kraken talk to people?
Yeah, you're gonna
Not
miss
very
your
often.
shot if you don't do it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
get it.
Yeah, that's sort of like what am I gonna do? Go back to just
It's like FOMO, right?
toting you guys around? I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, we get it.
Anyways, we're here. And he pulls him to the dock and then begins kind of walking you all back towards the tower.
Does he have a ghost torch?
He does.
I was ready to try out some ghosts.
I am ready to go to sleep, Varric. I
Yeah,
feel like
I'd
you're
prefer that.
also very not in ghost stabbing mode yet.
No, I mean, well, I would for the team.
Thank you.
Um, as you show up, at this point there's not a lot of activity in the tower. You do see Abrams, who looks like he's just finishing up a meal, kind of in the main like antechamber. You see he's got an opened piece of parchment there. As you all come in, he just kind of slowly looks up, looks back down. He stuffs something in the parchment and closes it. Gets up, pulls out like a flask of something to drink and like uncaps it with a hand, drinks it, and kind of casually walks by and like places it down on the table and just said, "Post came for you," and walks upstairs.
He was like very obviously reading it and then put it back in the envelope and then handed it to us and said, "This
Yeah,
is your mail."
he was not subtle about it. Like the seal's broken. There's actually a very regal and fancy seal with like a cursive D and B.
Yank it up.
Okay.
Is it an invitation to another ball?
No, but I
Look
don't
at
know.
Cast and watch his face as he reads it.
I don't like how easy we were to find.
Who's it from?
Well, I open it.
Okay. This is a letter from Gunsparrow that is not. It doesn't name anyone. It's not addressed. In fact, it's almost the way it's worded is almost like she doesn't know any of you, or like she's trying to make it seem like if this letter were found, there's no like
past connection.
proof. Yeah. So I will paste in the chat exactly what the letter says.
It's not
Um,
an invitation to a ball.
it is an invitation.
Oh shit.
It. She is inviting you all to visit her manor, Barrowmoor.
There's, a
Surprises!
Cass has a hard time holding back a smile as he's reading this. Okay. He folds it back up, sets it down gently on the table. Yeah, it's done, Sparrow, of course. The Beaumont has an estate around here. She's inviting us to it. Well, she's sending an invitation, but I mean, here, you can read it if you want. We're not named, so it's pretty safe.
Well, let's go then.
Your girlfriend's inviting us to dinner.
Tonight?
So there's also a separate piece of parchment that's just a map with just an X at one of the docks.
Okay.
It would specifically be a dock in, or not a dock exactly. It's actually kind of like at the side of one of the rivers that cuts through the city, near Charter Hall.
Maybe we do this tomorrow evening.
Oh yeah, let's sleep on it and
Yeah.
then maybe, yeah. Should we send a, well, should Cass, you send a letter back and say tomorrow?
Would have to do this, I guess, old school and kind. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to just send a letter to some random location.
No, I still have the Palantir. You can use that. It's got chargers.
I kind of don't want to, though.
You
I'll do
want
it.
me to send the message? I'll send the message.
No.
You
That
don't wanna
ruins
go to
that ruins the
dinner.
fun of it. It's like
You just wanna.
we're communicating covertly. You know, you can't.
Oh.
I can't just be
Okay,
like,
this-
hey.
Okay, this is like a
Okay,
little thing. Alright, no worries.
First of all, I understand your wanting to be secret lovers or whatever, but we are getting on the Bone King's nerves, so it could be a trap. So maybe just message Dunsparrow and make sure it's really an invitation from her and not a trap by the Bone King.
I look over at Varric. That was very insightful, Varric.
That's why you keep me around, not just for killing big stuff, for my random insights.
Okay, pretty damn smart. I'll pick up the Palantir.
Spell
Only
fails.
because. Oh.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
It does.
I mean,
Yep.
there's just like we're protecting ourselves. Okay, well, couldn't reach out to her, so
What do you mean?
spell failed. Didn't connect.
So
She-
maybe it wasn't her that sent the letter.
Well, if someone tried to, if she, wait a minute. does this two-way ward thing work? But we're inside the tower. Can we send
I don't think
messages out?
anything can get in, but we can send
Ah,
messages out. Like, we can't be
but
targeted by spells. And
maybe
people
try going outside.
I'll just say, Sundara, you made this ward, and your intention was not to make it to where communication cannot be sent. That is not why the spell failed.
Okay.
Well, we know the location of the supposed meeting, right?
Yeah.
Could you scry on that place?
I don't think we've ever seen it before.
Okay, I don't know how it works.
Cass, give me a history check. See if you can cross-reference. Because you've been through Langston before. This is an area that you have traversed.
Flat 10.
Yeah, out of the random areas, you're not going to be able to just pick out this one area based on the map with that check.
Maybe we scout it out beforehand. Yeah, the general area.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how to communicate. Anything we do, really, it's gonna have to be tomorrow. Unless we just straight up send like a pigeon there. We don't have Alara.
I don't have any pigeons.
That too.
What?
I forgot that I can learn more spells now.
Oh.
Carrier pigeon, is that one of them?
It's not.
No?
I mean, this is not related to this.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys can stay up playing Magic or whatever. I'm gonna hit the sack. I kind of got, overtaken by a weird kraken and talked to a sea witch and learned I could breathe in the water. Been a bit of a day for me.
Yeah, watch out for the Queen of
Is there-
Nightmares.
Is there like a... Yeah, don't do that. Can I sleep on the roof and like see the stars and stuff?
There is an area where you could do that.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. What's Varric's deal? What's he thinking about while he does that?
Well, I have the trident right next to me because I don't know what else to do with it.
Mm.
I don't want anyone else to accidentally get attuned to it. I'm thinking about the sea witch. That's what I'm thinking about.
Okay.
Trying to figure out if that is the person that I saw in my vision or if it's just a coincidence.
Yeah. Don't have a ton to go on, but yeah, as you ponder that, staring at the stars, I guess one question I might ask is, Varric might begin to... I wonder if Varric would ponder the nature of the oath that he took under the service of the Raven Queen, and how all that plays in or possibly conflicts with recent developments.
Definitely, that would be something he's worried about.
And I wonder how he would digest the claims of the Kraken that the Raven Queen is using you.
I don't believe that. I saw my son. I felt him real, but
Yep.
Can't disregard that.
Yep. I'm not necessarily asking you to explain or not, but I'm just wondering if you know that thing where someone says something, you're like, I don't believe you, but then like it kind of gnaws at you a little bit.
Wait, he's definitely thinking about it.
Yeah.
If I was going to use someone, I'd use their deceased child.
Is and I'd say that the echoing concept that Thrakus would have tried to drive home was just that thing was not your son, whether you believe him or not,
Yeah.
and that you were just shown what she wanted to show you.
Yeah.
And at this time,
Well,
I don't
before
know.
we
Go ahead.
go to bed, can I refill Cass's ring of spell storing?
Oh,
Yes, you can.
I was gonna give it back to you.
Nah, I feel like this is a good. I'm just gonna throw in all the junk that I have left.
Oh shoot.
Let's see. Do you have counterspell?
I don't, and
Okay.
I will reject your counter
You will
spell.
reject counterspell.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you can have fireball instead. How about that?
Oh. Yes.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
grab Cass's hand and I will
After, like,
put.
counter spells, kind of lame.
It's not really my vibe. I don't.
It's just
That's
sort
a
of a
you thing.
cheesy ability.
Put
Even though
in.
technically bards are the best counterspellers.
Not
Why is that?
anymore. Not anymore.
Not anymore. 1D&D fucked that up too.
Yeah. Counterspell
Wait,
is.
Is
why
that
would-
like it explicitly they like made a little line about that?
Yeah, it says bards get fucked. It also says make a Constitution saving throw, which is
Win.
that part. You don't. They're like it doesn't. There's like really no point in upcasting counterspell anymore. It doesn't help you. It just the person you counterspell makes a Constitution save,
That's dumb.
and then that's it. And then if they succeed, they don't waste the spell slot.
I mean, part of me
Kind of a shit spell.
wonders.
Which
If
is-
anything, I feel like it should have been a. Well, I guess Constitution's more fair. Part of me likes that it seems like sorcerers with that would be harder to counterspell. But we can talk about that later. Okay. Sorry. Go on.
You get counterspell and then 2 first level spells that I have left. So I don't have that many first level spells. Absorb elements.
Can you?
Feather fire.
Yeah,
Shield.
that's good. Can I
Yeah,
like
shield.
teleport things around? Can you make me do that?
Oh yeah, we could do instead of fireball, we can do an upcast vortex warp. Because I have a third level spell slot, and then first level spots left. So we could do vortex warp at 3rd level. And so you have a range of 120 feet. And then we'll do absorb elements and feather fall. Is that cool? Unless you want shield instead, but I think you have shield.
No, that's good.
And then maybe next time we go to bed and we don't use every single spell slot, we can do something else. That's way more fun.
Yeah, I'm completely dry too. Sweet. Oh man, thank you. I was actually just going to give that back because I can't do
Yeah.
anything with it.
Okay, now I'm ready to go to bed. Hopefully we actually go to sleep.
Okay. All right. Is anyone else doing anything?
No.
Okay. All right. With that, you can all make the changes for a long rest. as morning comes, the day is yours.
Alright, give me that little wrist.
You know, guys, I was thinking maybe we try and find a cleric.
What for?
What for? Yeah, why? What's going on?
You know, this trident is cursed. You know that, right?
Yes.
Of
And
course.
I kind of feel like it might be going against my oath with the Raven Queen. Even though
Okay.
it's super awesome and powerful. I think I need to get rid of it.
You want to just ask the Raven Queen if she can do that for you? Like, if she's worried about your oath, then maybe she would just break you from it?
I don't know. I mean, I could try.
I mean, I don't know
I-
anything about.
I don't either. That's another issue. Is I don't really know much about what the rules are.
Did you tell us about the thing that whoever was talking to you said? Like with the Raven Queen being ascended and the fate, death, follower part?
Nope.
Cool.
On purpose.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe talk to her.
Can I try to pray to the Raven Queen?
How?
How?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go put the trident in another room. I'm gonna go to my Raven Queen armor. I'm gonna pluck a feather out of it. And then I'm gonna go to the roof again.
Quick little note. As you go to inspect the armor, a couple of the feathers have already fallen off.
Okay, I'll take one of the fallen off feathers. Actually, I'll take all the fallen off feathers. And
Okay.
I'll go to the roof again. Trident's downstairs still. Didn't take it with me. On purpose. I'm gonna run back downstairs. And does anyone have any incense?
I
Yes. Yeah, let me.
Can I have a little bit?
Yep. Hand you, reach in the bag, hand you 2 sticks.
Well, I've rummaged around for a bowl.
Okay.
Is there a bowl, a metal bowl, or a...
Oh, you can hit
Some
the
Yeah, you
hole.
can find a bowl.
I'll run back upstairs.
Okay.
It's just Varric running around grabbing
Yeah,
random
it was
things.
like pots and pans,
I
like
don't know what... I don't know what I'm doing.
clanging.
I'm trying everything I can think of. I like the
Okay.
incense. I put the feathers minus one of them. I hold on to one. I put all the rest of them into the bowl, and then I put the incense in the bowl, and then I light the
Mhm.
incense.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll make the feathers ignite or not, but I hold on to the one. I get on my knees, and then I just say, "Dear Raven Queen, do you hear me?" Eyes
Give
closed.
me an unskilled wisdom check.
18.
So, as you set up this kind of makeshift ritual, burn some incense, and reach out to the Raven Queen, you do not hear anything. You begin to, I would say your mind might shift to your friend Alara and the understanding that that is someone who has dedicated their whole life to picking up the subtleties and signs of the Raven Queen and even then, it seems like they have a hard time reaching out in like a direct way. So you get the sense that to achieve what you're trying to achieve, maybe getting a cleric would be a good idea.
I realize that, and I switch gears to Atlas. Can you hear me? Sorry,
There's no response.
Well, I love you, son. And I don't believe what that creature told me. I believe it's you. Amen, or whatever. See you around, I guess.
Me
I
and
come
every
back down,
Thanksgiving.
kind of open. We really need to see a cleric.
Well, you might be in the shit while we're in Langston, but you know Alara would be willing to do whatever.
We might need someone stronger.
Well, I mean, that's the strongest cleric I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you're also, it's Raven Queen stuff. That's like kind of the powwow combo.
I mean, there's a coven back in whatever town it was. I can't remember.
New Callum.
Yep, that's it. I knew it was new something. I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, we're here in Langston doing Langston stuff. Let's do it then, I guess.
Okay.
What are we doing today? Oh, we're
Kind of-
scoping out the I guess I'll leave the trident here. It's kind of noticeable. Alright.
It's very noticeable.
Yeah. You,
But
you guys think we can go out undisguised today?
oh, I would so love to put on my armor.
And also completely vulnerable to. I've been running at like half power every day, so I like.
I want to crush some things so
Let's
bad.
do it.
I'm gonna put my armor on really fast.
Okay.
Which is still like 15 minutes.
All right.
Sure, smart decision.
And then I'll put my hammer on my back and carry the fucking giant trident.
You're bringing the trident.
So you are taking the trident.
You know what? No, I'm gonna smash something. I'm gonna leave the trident here.
Okay.
But I am gonna take time to attune to my armor and my hammer.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that as the morning comes. How many? Just keep track of your attunement slots because you should be maxed out between your hammer and your armor.
I am now maxed out.
Okay. All right. Um. So with that, you're all heading towards that. The X marks the spot.
Right?
Yeah.
We're just rolling up.
I think I really want to be disguised, but I want to save my slots.
I really think it's a trap. That's why I'm glad we're all muscled out. Or whatever it is that you guys do.
Yeah. mean, yeah, I guess we just walk there. And I mean, it's not like everybody knows exactly what we look like.
I mean,
Okay.
I can take the seeming spell if you want and disguise us.
I mean, honestly, most of our ne'er-do-wellness has been done not in our normal attire.
Yeah, but I feel like we're kind of noticeable
Eh,
as a
whatever.
crew. Walking down the street.
Yeah, maybe I should have been giving people different names than our actual crew name.
Well,
But,
Eh.
you know, whatever. It's too late now. Let's go!
listen, if you have another spell that you want over seeming, you can take that.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it. Because I was just now looking at. I was just now adding, like, the sorcery spells from switching over to 1D&D, so I can do it. And I had extra slots.
You got a bunch of new, like,
Yeah,
spells added to your list.
like, you can know 4 more spells. You don't have extra spell
Oh,
slots, but
shit.
you can know more spells. Else, I probably don't need chain lightning right now.
What?
It's like, just in case, you never know when you gotta chain lightning someone.
Yeah, chain lightning is very important.
It's like
High
very,
utility.
Be
High
very
utility.
obvious.
very effective.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I will cast Theming on us so that we look different.
What do we look like?
Do you want me to pick or
Could I look like a minotaur again? That was fun.
no? You're gonna be a lady orc.
Okay.
Okay.
uh,
Actually, we're all gonna be ladies.
Are we all gonna be lady orcs?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'll be a lady human again because Sundara likes cosplaying as a human. She just hasn't explicitly said that.
we can tell.
Dude, you think Sundara's gonna think for human chicks?
I don't know, man.
I mean, isn't just
Yep. Half elves are the gateway.
I guess your sister's the gateway drug.
And
Don't say that.
and then
Hey
cast.
man,
You can
I
be
know
a
what I saw.
lady. I don't know what. I'm out of races. You want to be tiefling?
Aarakocra.
Too small. Yeah, there you
Right.
go. Feathers.
I can't believe. I looked down. I can't believe you turned me into a bird.
I saw one once on the street and it looked pretty cool.
I can't believe you've done this.
Alright.
Look at your feathers. They're very pretty.
Did you do anything to Danny Boy?
Oh yeah, I'll do something to wait. How
Is
many
he
can I
rolling with
do?
us?
Do you want him to?
I have no opinion.
I mean, if he can ferry us there,
He
Yeah,
can.
he's on the water.
lock up the boat, and then be our getaway.
I mean, actually, it would probably make more sense to go by foot. The question is, do you want him to come with you?
I mean, I
Good
don't want to
choice.
exclude Danny Boy.
Yeah, we'll pose the question. I don't mind.
I think you should. Hey Danny, we're going out to go look at this manor that in this letter. Do you want to come?
Yeah. Thank you for asking.
Alright, Danny Boy.
He likes to be called
Yep.
Danny.
Sorry, Daniel. Dan the man. You got weapons on you?
Yep. Just he pulls out some daggers. He pulls it out of his pants. He's like, I got this hand cannon. And he reaches into his boot. He's got more daggers, and then he's like, but my main go-to, and he reaches into 2 like little pockets. He's got like suspenders. He like reaches kind of into his armpits and pulls out 2 like titanium knuckles.
Cool. Good. Could be a trap. So just be ready.
I've
Perfect.
turned Danny
I'll,
into a female elf.
does he does he have a say in this?
I
Yeah.
come up
Does it happen?
very quickly, so he's got to he's got to be fast. All right, now for your disguise, and I go.
Oh, we're disguising? What? Okay.
Whip.
Okay. So as this female elf looks at you, Varric, he just like pounds the titanium knuckles together and just goes, "Well, if there's trouble, I'll introduce him to forgive and forget."
Well, I like that.
Yeah. Came up with that myself. I spent a month's salary on it.
That's
Oh.
even cooler.
How much were those?
It's pretty
Am I
awesome.
crew enough?
You guys are paid. He gets paid a salary.
Okay.
Okay.
Just making sure we're paying them enough. I'm like, is that a lot or a little? I can't tell.
I'll just say it's like one of those things where it's a really stupid purchase. So one might wonder, are we paying them too much?
Like a grill.
Yeah, it's kind of like a grill. I mean, they're titanium knuckles in a place where people can't afford food, and they're engraved with forgive and forget. So,
Love it.
yeah.
I think it's a great purchase.
Also, they're backwards,
So
that
it-
they would
it
read
imprinted.
correctly imprinted on the face of whoever.
That's even better.
Okay, so with that, you start heading out.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's roll.
Yeah, it's a pretty uneventful journey. You take your ghost lantern with you. You dim it as you leave the Lost District. It's quiet. You're getting a lot of strange looks, just being this troop of multiracial women traveling together through Langston. People don't see Eric Kokra ever.
Yeah.
In fact, I hadn't even considered that it was an in-game race. So yeah, people are definitely staring at you. So you're not really keeping a low profile. As you make it to
All right.
But it's not low
Towards-
profile, Cass. It's fine. Don't think about it.
Sundar,
Just are
I
enchanted
can't.
by
I
your
can't.
feathers.
I can't. I don't like the. I'm sorry. I like
Just-
adjust my clothes and turn into just my changeling form.
Okay.
That's even more.
Hood up.
I really thought the feathers were nice, but you know what? Next time we'll work on them.
Listen, you guys are disguised. I can't with the bird.
I know. I'd say I like the orc. It's pretty cool.
As you head towards that X marks the spot, you see that there's this causeway with with bridges that kind of go over a river. This goes like all the way down Charter Hall. So you like look down the way and you can see like half a mile out that way. There's another bridge, and then some stairs that lead into like a path on either side of the river. So it looks like this is going to be kind of up the path. That's where you're being led to.
I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
I go up the stairs.
So are you going? You're going down the stairs?
Yes, I go with the stairs.
Give me a survival check.
What?
Love it. Slippery stairs, guys. Watch your step.
I feel like someone who could teleport should have gone. But
I'll allow someone else to also give me one.
5.
I'm not good at survival, so if you want to do it,
I
then
was gonna say I'm going behind Varric. I just didn't expect the stairs to be trap. Fuck me.
They're slippery.
That's 9.
Okay. Yeah.
I did
The
5.
stairs are a little bit slippery, but you make it down just fine.
Oh. Okay.
So you begin heading kind of down towards the X.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, is it okay when this like all of us are going, or is one person gonna scout, or
That's what I was planning on doing.
oh, you're
Checking it
scouting,
out.
Derek? Okay.
Yeah.
No, 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 not in like a. Sorry, I said that in a way, but I didn't mean it in a way.
Okay. So we're going
Yeah, I
down.
don't.
We're going downstairs into like a cluster of buildings off the canal. DM.
Uh, you're going down into the canal and then walking alongside the canal.
Is there more than one building?
What's that?
Is there more than one building?
There's no buildings in the canal.
Oh.
I thought this is where the X was.
As you look at the map, the X is on like this, what looks like a river that you can see now is this canal.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna continue because now I'm pissed off. There's not a building.
Yeah. I'm going to keep walking.
Yeah, okay.
Can I press
Can I?
digitation a fishing pole?
Yeah.
Does that count as a trinket? Okay. I'm gonna
Is
keep
there a
doing
way?
Okay. It'd be a really small, shitty looking one.
that. It's a children's fishing pole.
Yeah.
You can't afford an adult one.
What's
So
that, Jasmine?
this walkway, is there one on the opposite side as well?
Yes, there is.
Okay, so I will cross and like stay a distance
You
away from Varric.
okay? So you'd have to go back up over the bridge, then back down the stairs on the other side. Okay, so
I'll
you're
do
gonna be on the opposite side. Okay. Um, the there's certain parts where the canal is, um, it becomes kind of shallow with like shored up trash. Um, and at one point you see this beautiful like white crane that is kind of walking alongside the trash and just kind of like arches down and it looks like it sees something in the water and it's just like slowly creeping towards it.
Suspicious as hell crane.
And then in a lightning fast moment it just nabs like a what looks like this baby like toothed fish, and just like gulps it down and then begins like walking alongside the canal here.
Circle of life, baby.
Or polymorphed something, trying to act like a crane.
If they're committed
So-
enough to
Just eat a
eat
raw
a
fish.
yeah, you know. Close to it.
Okay. So that scene resolves, no chain lightning. We can move on. Okay. So, moving on, you do see there is this little, somewhat regal-looking dinghy down the way, with what looks like a middle-aged man just sitting in the back of it, and there's a lantern kind of coming up that he's kind of like leaning back under specifically, reading a book.
What does semi-regal mean?
Like this is not a this
I know what
vessel
the
is
words mean, but
yeah, so this vessel is engraved and it appears to be kind of artistically carved in a way that implies that it belongs to someone of some kind of status.
okay. I'll approach it.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
As you approach, he just kind of like takes the book, like puts a little mark in it, closes it, and then just kind of you see him like reach kind of over to his waist and says, "Hello there,
You waiting for anyone in particular?
Cass. How close are you?
I'm like right behind Varric.
You know this guy.
Huh?
This is Cobb, your old friend, the barkeep from Brightwater that you and Dunsparrow used to. He was the owner of your favorite tavern, and basically this was like your bartender. He was a mutual friend of both you and Dunsparrow.
Uh, I hear the voice. Uh, Holy shit, Cobb? You? Why are they? Why are you in this fucking city? I peek around, and pull back my hood a little.
He's never seen you in changeling form, right?
No, I guess he hasn't, but he's seen me in everything else. Old. Cassius.
Oh, I recognize the voice. Cass, what the fuck are you doing in this city?
Well, wouldn't you know it? We're trying to kill Elhorn.
Wouldn't you know it, he says. We are trying to kill the Bone King, though,
Yeah. It's going alright so far.
I'll be honest, I don't keep up to the goings on around the city. Don't even know who that is.
Bone King, kind of in charge.
I only mind the Duskmoor.
You, working for Sparrow now?
Yeah. Yeah. I think she needs some help staying grounded. We have a lot to talk about.
Oh, that's good.
Did you call this meeting?
Not a meeting, an invitation. So I assume I had no idea. She didn't tell me. She just said it was a group of mercenaries called the Remnants.
Oh, that's us, yeah.
That would be us, yeah.
So you're doing mercenary work, Cass, huh?
Every now and then. There's sort of a big picture thing we're working on.
Sure. Bet your folks are happy about that, huh?
They're working through it.
All right. He just kind of like gets up and says, "Is this everybody?"
The four of us.
Yeah, Danny.
Yeah. Yep.
This
Danny.
is our boatman, Danny.
And a lot of interesting looking and nice young ladies here. I'm Cobb, everybody.
Oh, how do I stop being this?
I don't know.
He already set off. He's looking elsewhere.
Some dog.
Panic attack.
How do I be a
I
panic?
mean,
You can just drop concentration yourself, but
it's not even a concentration spell, so I think that's how it is now. Sorry.
Forever?
I'm not concentrating on it. I stopped thinking about the
My-
spell already.
My ex-wife expects me to be a man, I assume.
I mean, it's like, give it some hours, it'll wear off.
I'm concentrating on not being a lady.
That's not how the magic works.
I'm not talking to you, I'm just saying that.
I see Varric just...
Yeah, and then you look, and Cobb is just staring at the large she orc that's just like, my ex-wife expects me to be a man, and then just like closes his eyes real hard, and he just looks over all of you and just goes,
Yeah,
"Good times."
it says the spell lasts for the duration, so I don't.
What's the duration?
8 hours.
What?
When you cast it, you
How did
cast it. That's just the way
how
it
did
works.
Cass undo it?
Maybe it was different seeming. What can I say?
Um, I mean, I'll say with Cass's inherent ability to change shape and his clothes that can put a disguise already, um, it would make sense that he'd be able to alter his form outside of the seeming spell. But yeah, if it lasts for the duration outside of some kind of other disguise effect or a dispel magic, you're stuck for a
I
while.
should given. I shouldn't have given him the wig back.
Well, there you go. So with that, Cobb looks over to you, Cass, and says, "You haven't made your way out to Barrowmore, have you?"
Gonna be honest, I didn't even know they had an estate out here.
Yeah, it's a little. That island's got a lot of history.
An island.
They have in the
Kind of
whole
history.
island.
It's yeah, it's a small island just north of White Crown. Before the rebellion, it was a FETC farming colony. And when the Queen did what she did, FETC shored it up, turned it into a stronghold. You know, things go, power struggles, shifting loyalties. It was a mess. But when the dust settled, both FETC and Brightwater soldiers were. It was a mass burial ground. The island was essentially razed, and sometime later, the Queen hands it over as a gift to her personal friend and admiral, the Oswald Beaumont. Sure, you know. But there's a lot of history in that house. And now with her daddy gone, Dun Sparrow's lady of the house now.
Talk about an inheritance, yeah?
As you set out of the canal here and get to the open sea, it's about a 45-minute ride. You start to see, kind of through thick fog and mist, you see the larger city of White Crown with like these like luxurious high towers. Barrowmore looks a little bit more humble in the sense that there's a lot of vegetation, like natural vegetation. It's actually a little bit off-putting because all of Langston is like wood and stone and metal kind of like lashed together haphazardly and kind of like a, you know, like a goblin town sort of shanty. But there's something very authentic about, like, this island looks like, oh, this is what the land under parts of Langston would have looked like before it was like colonized and industrialized. And it's very unique. There's kind of tall, like turquoise green, kind of snow-clad, pine-like trees. And then you see the manor itself, which is huge and ostentatious. well, I don't know if ostentatious is the best word. It's actually, there's a certain, I don't know how else to say it, but like humility to it, where it doesn't, it's a little rustic.
It's big, but
Um,
there's no marble statues.
yeah, exactly. It's rustic, and as you look in the like as you cross around, there's a whole area for horse stables and horse riding. Um, and you even see currently there is a female figure that is just racing a horse kind of down this track, like down and around, and then like jumping over obstacles. Um, yeah. So with that, you pull into a dock. Uh, Cobb kind of ties up and just says, "I'll. I think the lady's seen us arrive. I'll make sure she hasn't."
Right. I mean, if that's her out there racing, we can. Yeah.
He like licks his thumb and like goes over and like fixes your hair a little bit.
It's slightly sweaty forehead. Slimy.
He
Almost.
he hands you a little like handkerchief.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm just gonna
He
reapply
kind of
my
pats you on the
disguise.
shoulder. Yeah, pats you on the shoulder. Just goes, just stand up straight. And with that, he's gonna walk over, and you watch as Dunsparrow kind of rides towards the fence. As she does, you see two uniformed servants like rush over to like grab the horse as she dismounts, and then just walks over towards you, and they begin to like lead the horse back to the stables. Um, uh, it's pretty chilly out here. She's in like a rider's jacket and like almost like jockey pants, essentially, with like a blouse underneath. Um, uh, she walks over and seems a little less distant than you previously remember. She walks over to you, Cass, and just gives you a hug right away.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Keep
She looks over to the rest of you and just says, "And has your group changed?"
No, we thought this could have been a trap. So, yeah, we'd prepared a little bit. Didn't expect you to actually be here.
Oh, were you expecting a legion of bone hunters?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, exactly that.
Oh,
That's why we look like.
well, because that repels the bone hunters.
Oh.
I'm giving you all a hard time. You can never be too careful, and you've made very loud and purposeful statements in regards to who your enemies are, and you've chosen interestingly. So, completely understand. While you're here, uh, this island is warded, so you shouldn't worry about anyone seeing you or knowing that you're here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can't turn the spell off, so.
Yeah, I'm stuck as a woman now. It's me, Varric, though.
Yeah.
I remember the voice. I remember the voice. Would you like some help with that?
That'd be great. I really don't want to spend my energy spelling
You watch
this.
as she holds up her palm like this, and you watch as there's the the insignia that's like branded on her wrist as she just like makes a fist. And as she does, there's like this purplish energy that almost like apparates around her fist and then gets like sucked into her fist um, as the effects are dispelled.
Oh,
Like the brand.
Nice. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think that's the first time both of us are noticing that.
Yeah, I'm eyeballing Cass to make sure he saw that.
Yeah.
She kind of sees us and just like looks a little shy and like puts on gloves that she has for riding. Anyways, now that we're all more comfortable in our skin, uh, why don't I show you around?
awesome.
Thank
As she begins walking you, she says, "I assume Cobb gave you the history lesson."
Yep.
A lot of blood on the soil.
Yes, yeah, my dad always used to tell me that it was haunted. Seemed
Is
never
it?
really. Maybe. I've heard things and seen things here. You're safe, but I think you'll have a good time. Speaking of which, I was thinking of hosting a small dinner, and I was thinking if you liked, you could bring guests.
We don't.
What kind of guest?
If there was anyone you wanted to bring,
I mean,
or
Danny Boy here, he's kind of the only person we have here that we would bring. Everyone else is kind of sheltered back in New Callum.
oh, is this? Sorry, and she reaches out her hand. Says, "You're Danny?" And he goes, "Yep, that's me." "Oh, how long have you been with the Remnants?" And he says, I've been a full-fledged member for, I don't know, like 2 months, sort of on equal terms. Um, a leader figure in a lot of ways. There's not a clear party leader, but when shit hits the fan, these guys don't really know what to do. So I kind of fill that role as kind of they call me the shot caller, right, guys?
Captain,
Yeah.
you could even say.
Captain, yeah, captain. I don't like those terms, but you know, yeah. So a couple months, been good. They're kind of shaping up, coming together.
All under your tutelage, Danny. And I stare at him.
He is so thrilled right now. He is having a great time. Oh, that Dunstar just goes great. So yeah, I mean, I know that you all maybe have some people that you haven't had a chance to see, so we have the means of transporting people in and out if you wish to visit anyone or bring them here for a nice evening. You can think about it. You
All
don't
of
have to
our
let me know
skeletons
now.
out of a closet have a real nice, weird dinner. That'd be fun, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to.
I walk up to Dunsparrow. Alright, surprise dinner out of nowhere. Suddenly wanting everybody that we care about here in this creepy ass island. What's going
Well,
on?
when you put it like that, I just she grabs you by the arm and kind of leads you away, and just says, "Cobb, would you show them the grounds?" And he just goes, "Yep."
Hey.
So, Beaumont family is a long line of horsemen,
Yep.
and as you can see over here, this is Lucky, this is Prancer, and this one's a gambler.
You know, Tom, you think we could skip the tour to the kitchen?
Actually, I was going to ask if I could ride one of these horses.
Or we could wait, I guess.
Well, my answer is yes. And he just goes, Parrot, can we get our lady here sized for a saddle? And you, buddy, you want to check out the kitchen?
Yeah, I'm a bit hungry actually. Yeah.
Yeah, right this way. You're in for a treat. And he leads you away. With that,
So ominous.
Dunsparrow
Separating us.
Yeah.
walks with you, Cass, and just says, "So, I heard that you were all in Langston, and heard you were going up against the Bone King, and I also heard that you were making enemies of Faraday. So,
Well, not quite enemies, more like mutually agreed participants.
we can address that later. I guess what I'm trying to say is, especially with you recently coming to Langston, and when I heard you were getting involved with that man, it got me thinking how short time could possibly be, and made me want to make sure that things were not left. I felt like maybe there was some mutual resentment between the two of us and things that we have not discussed. And before anything happened, I was hoping for a chance to clear that up or air that out. This seemed as good a time as any, because even if you don't want to talk to me or spend time with me, I thought maybe you could use a safe place to stay.
Okay. Is there, as we pass by a fancy but not too fancy bench, I just sit down and motion to
He'll
her.
sit with you.
The only thing I really need to hear from you is why you didn't give Chalice back to us. Why you didn't let me know all the times we spoke that you had her.
By the time that I found out that my father had imprisoned her for trespassing and seeking to besmirch her family name, I tried reaching out, and I couldn't get through to you. I didn't know what had happened to you. And when your group killed my dad, I didn't know what to do. And if I let her go and she. I just. I didn't feel like I was in a position to handle another person, another person that was trying to destroy me. And she looks like deep into your eyes.
Wh- I I don't know what your father ever told you. Nothing was ever about destroying you. It was just about getting back what was taken from us.
You know that I didn't agree with any of that. And she stands up and, like, is visibly frustrated.
Well,
Oh,
okay, I get not, knowing what to do with her. Are you scared she knows something that you don't want her to?
Whatever your goals might have been, I she was in a position to put our footing in New Callum on very rocky ground. And with my father dead and me trying to pick up the pieces, I was afraid for my life if our venture in New Callum failed. Because as far as the Queen is concerned, that was the only purpose that I had left, was establishing that foothold. So I know what it looks like from the outside, but I promise you, you have no idea what it's been like since he died.
I'm not saying that I could even know everything you're going through. It, are you doing all of this for the Queen?
You know, he wasn't supposed to die, even.
I didn't want him to die.
No, I mean, he had fail safes. And let's just say, if it wasn't for me, and you see her like beginning to tear up, if it wasn't for me, you and all your friends would be dead when my father would have come back and killed you all. And at this point, she's like fully tearing up, and she just goes, your friend might have defeated him in battle. And then she gets real close and says, but I'm the one that killed Oswald Beaumont. And she turns away and just like storms off towards the manor. Like visibly weeping.
Fucking Christ. I pace around for a little bit and then walk the other way around the manor to get.
you have to go after her.
No, I don't, is the thing. I am, eventually. I'm just going the long way around.
Okay.
As I like get to the back, I like reach down and just like pull my coat to the side. Now, if you don't want to talk, that's okay. That's fine. I kind of just want to talk to somebody I know that can listen. There's been plans for you since before I guess you could think. I don't know. A lot of that sounded like bullshit excuses to me. There's a lot of blood spilt on this land. And I just walk, continue around the manor the long way, talking to myself.
You chased after her and said that?
No. I went.
Okay.
She went
said
one
that to
way
your
around the house. I went
yeah,
the other
okay.
way. I was talking to my gun.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
I'm not catching up to her right away. But
Yeah. You walk around the other side of the manor. Give me a perception check.
Gets in a fight with his girlfriend and talks to his gun.
17.
She's fucking weird.
Sounds about right. You notice in the corner of your eye, you kind of look around, and atop one of these trees, there's like a tiny little wooden charm that's like hanging off one of the branches that exactly matches the insignia that you saw on her hand.
Okay. Flickering on detect magic. What can I see? What school? If it's radiating any magic?
Yeah, it is. This is enchantment. Very weak enchantment.
Okay.
We'll come back to this. Sandara, give me an animal handling check. With advantage.
Well,
Everyone knows horses are a 16. Getting locked up.
Okay. As you are, you get assigned to Gambler. This is a jet black horse with like a white stripe down the chest. There is a. Has Sandara met any Dalmiri before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the horse master here is named Rami. She is a young Dalmiri elf that just is like absolutely a horse whisperer. She begins speaking in Dalmiri like into the ears of the horse, and it's like a very like Lord of the Rings like connection between like the elves and animals sort of thing going on, where she like calms the horse, gets you on it. With her help, yeah, you are riding like a champ. You're not doing any like fancy like jumps or anything like that, but you definitely you kind of get the sense that the horse is more almost like obeying the horse master than you, and you're just kind of along for the ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't have any, hilarious issues.
Thank goodness. Can't go to dinner coated in mud.
Yeah. Um, okay, so you do that. Varric, you are led to a fully staffed kitchen. It's not as intense as the one with Borden Remley. Um, it's a lot more like home style, where like you're in with all the chefs and you can just like ask them to make you something right then and there, and they just kind of happily do it. It's got a little bit more of like a home cooked meal vibe, but it's still very gourmet.
Could I get a semi-comically long sandwich?
Uh, the chef is this kind of pudgy, mustached halfling. Uh,
I guess
he just goes, what do you mean long sandwich?
like, like it's long.
How we talking like a foot long?
Yeah, maybe a little bit longer.
Oh, we can go longer than a foot long.
Oh
We
yeah.
talking a 2 foot long?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's it?
How do you bake
Yeah,
that
I
piece
mean,
of bread?
you know, don't ask questions like that. Yeah, and then any like cured meats.
You know what? I've got a thought. Why don't you let me take care of it? I think I know what you're going for. And let me surprise you.
You get the gabagool?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what gabagool is?
No, I don't know what gabagool is.
Okay, whatever. I was surprised. I like a surprise. I'm gonna take a seat somewhere.
Do you have any dietary restrictions?
I can't drink alcohol.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Good on all the veggies.
Go for it. Stack 'em up.
Extra olives.
Extra whatever you want.
I'll do a normal amount of olives. The right amount of olives. And then he leaves. After a short amount of time, he comes back with a uh, essentially like this long cutting board that is made for like multiple people working on it at the same time. It takes 3 people to bring it out, with a singular like long piece of bread that's 4 feet long.
Nice.
It is extremely thin and
Right.
narrow. Um, he just looks at you and just goes, "What do we think?"
I like it. It looks
I
great.
call it the Knight's Lance.
Oh, that's a fancy name for a sandwich.
Yeah. Well, it. I'm hoping that it, although the comical nature of its shape aside, I'm hoping that it inspires a sense of valor with its length, yet provides a rustic reminder of our humble beginnings. Bon appetit. And he just bows and steps away.
I'll take a bite of the first bite.
Yeah. It has been like clearly cut in certain places, so it's like in sections. So
Uh-huh.
it's in like 4 different footlongs. Yeah, it's great sandwich.
Great sandwich.
Very simple, but like perfectly done.
Awesome. I'll consume said sandwich fully,
Okay. Okay.
and then I'll start looking for what's her face, Dunsparrow.
Okay.
Unbeknownst of the argument that was had.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. With that, Cobb just goes, "Yeah, we'll see if they're ready for us." I don't know if Cass told you, but he and Dunsparrow have sort of a history.
I mean, that was pretty obvious. If I hadn't ever met them both at the same time before. Uh,
I like to make sure everyone's in the know, because I'd hate for anyone to feel stupid or embarrassed. So I always just kind of say things. So if it's too obvious, you let me know. I'll give you less information.
are you assuming that I am oblivious to such things?
No, that's what I'm saying is I make the assumption I just say obvious stuff all the time.
Everyone is oblivious. Okay, I get it. No,
I
please.
start with the lowest common denominator and I work up because I'd hate for anyone to feel left out.
No, I love it.
I just want everyone to have a good time.
You know what? I'm into it.
Yeah. Say man, you smoke gnome clover?
I mean, who doesn't, man?
It's hard to come by around Langston.
I mean, are you asking if I have any on hand? Or are you
No,
offering?
man, I've got a stash. I'm trying to be a gracious host. You don't
Dude,
drink. So
true. Yeah,
so
that's a
can I
good.
roll you a gnome?
I'd love a gnome, dude.
All right. I call this
Oh,
one the toy maker.
oh, that's a good name. You know, you guys are good at naming stuff.
Thanks.
The whole staff here.
With that, he hands you like this like clockwork pipe that is kind of preloaded with this gnome weed. And he says you just got to twist the top and it ignites itself.
Cool.
That's cool.
I'll twist the top, dude.
Yeah, that's right. Twist the top, and yeah, with that you can partake. Just you and Cobb smoking gnome clover in the pantry.
Yeah. So yeah,
Cool. So
I was trying to meet up with Dunsparrow, but this is probably bad.
Way more fun.
yeah, yeah, you're shooting the shit with this stranger, getting high. The halfling cook is gonna join you as well.
Can you believe I thought this was a trap? It's probably one of the best days of my life.
I mean, hey man, I don't know. I think it says something about the people you've been around. You know, if you're not your friends, I mean, they got your back. They seem like good people, but like, you know, when it's not your fault. You know, like when it's just trauma you're exposed to all the
I
time.
mean, this is a trap, man. Lock me up.
It's that trauma response.
Lock me up in this pantry with you guys. I'm good to go.
Yeah, hey, man, like I'm all for it. As far as I'm concerned, you stay as long as you want.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I do have things to do.
Hey, man. Hey,
Responsibilities.
hey, look at me.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Dude, I totally would, but I got a kid,
No,
you
no,
know?
no, no. Look, just hear me out. Just 1 second. Close your eyes.
Closed.
Stand up straight.
Oh.
Relax the shoulders, and just repeat after me. I'm here now.
I'm here now.
I'm here now.
I'm here now.
I'm present.
I'm present.
Open your eyes.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Present.
Let's yeah, Butter. Let's grab more of that clover. We're not quite there yet.
Yeah, yeah. Let me take a seat.
Working up to it. Working up to it.
Yeah, we'll
All right.
get there.
So back to Cass.
Smoke billowing out of a closet. I mean, I guess I enter if they're in like the main room. I'm going into the.
Yeah, you go into the manor. Yeah, it's beautiful. There are many servants of both organic and clockwork nature. Um, you see the clockwork servants here have had a lot of the kind of the fangs taken out. Like a lot of the bladed arms have been swapped for more like day-to-day usage. So they have actual like you see they have like long four-fingered hands. And it's odd because as they greet you, they do so in the voice of um, uh, different than that you've heard recorded before. Um, you hear a male voice. It's actually the voice of Oswald Beaumont. It just
Mm.
goes, "Welcome. Can I get you a refreshment?"
Mm. Yeah, don't like that. No. Uh, where's where's the lady of the house?
All right. Please let me know if you change your mind.
Okay.
I'm happy to assist.
Yeah. I just walked past it.
Okay. As you do, you hear like the loud, heavy footfalls as it just kind of like stopped to address you, and then as you left, it just kind of like went back to its routine. Um, yeah, you're just kind of wandering around the manor.
First model. Um, is Varric somewhere else?
You don't know where Varric is right
Okay, so
now.
I am alone. Then,
Yeah.
yeah, I
I'd say at about this time, Sundara might be coming back and entering in the main hall, at which point you're greeted by, "Hello, can I get you a refreshment?"
oh, hey, that one's friendly.
I mean, yeah, but isn't it kind of weird that it has that's not Solonor's voice. That's kind of weird, right?
No, yeah, it's probably
Like,
old.
do you think they're like connected to a different collective? Like, she's like now thinking like, how does this work? She's going into clockwork mode.
Are you actually going into clockwork mode?
I feel like that's rude to go into someone's house and then just start communing with their stuff.
Oh, what did you do?
Yeah, sure.
Depends on the culture.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some investigating. I want to know more about what the heck is going on here.
Okay, give me 1 second because I turned my back for a second and my dogs have destroyed everything. So
Oh,
that's what
Jesus.
that was.
They've been going
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, I guess before I clockwork. So Cass, how was talking with Dunsparrow?
Uh, yeah. You know, if I'm gonna be honest, it's like every time I talk to her, it's like she fucking yells at me or something and runs off, or she's just like upset. And it makes sense. Like, Varric killed her dad,
Yeah,
and she's been doing
that's
like a bunch of stuff. Uh, Apparently, he was supposed to come back to life, and he was going to,
oh oh
uh,
that would not.
but she stopped it. So she
He
had this,
stopped
she
the
had this whole
father.
thing. I, I killed Oswald
My
Beaumont.
dad. Oh, I guess she
Yeah.
calls him Oswald. Okay.
Sorry about that.
And yeah, that's pretty. That'll mess up the relationship for sure.
Yeah, I don't, I don't know. Things are confusing, Sundar.
Wait, so did she do that for you?
I, I don't know.
We.
She,
Well, sorry, buddy. That's rough.
yeah, but regardless, this might be a safe place for us. So,
Not up. Seriously, we could stay here.
I, I think so, as long as we're nice and maybe, I mean, definitely figure out what's going on with that sentinel, but like, maybe don't break it.
Would never dream of it. Do you know they
Are
have
we clockworking?
horses? Yes, Cass and I were just chatting about his relationship problems.
Sorry, I was trying to get context clues as to what was going on. Um, so you are clockworking.
Yes, yeah. I wanna figure out what their vibe is.
Yeah. Um, so for free as is the nature of the spell, I can tell you that um, uh, these devices were made at around the same time as the clockwork soldiers that you're accustomed to. These models have been customized for more like menial house tasks. They are also equipped to defend, the people of the manor as well. They're not quite as versatile in that regard. Um, the the machines are not sentient per se. They are powered by the fractured souls of, whoever, just some,
Yeah, some
randos.
rando.
Yeah. Um, but there are essentially like pre-recorded functions that are in them, and in this one, um, it's not factory spec. So essentially, Oswald Beaumont has pre-recorded his own voice as kind of like a little parlor trick or kind of house, you know, like fun, quaint thing of having like a robot in his voice that would like treat all his guests. Kind of in the same way that Faraday does it with simulacrums.
It's magic people kind of obsessed with themselves. Starting to get it though.
You know what this place needs? More of
More
me.
me.
Okay, so old gen tech out of that.
Kind of made, I mean, same time as the ones that keep trying to kill us, just specialized to not necessarily kill, but maybe a little bit of killing if needed.
So how do you feel about this dinner thing?
Honestly, I don't know. I've kind of been thinking about it. I'm happy to go and I don't know. It's kind of an odd. It's not something that we get a lot of time to do to just sit down and maybe chat with people that matter to us. So it's
Yeah, I don't
enticing.
I don't think I don't think Sparrow's so far gone that she would lead this trap for everybody that we care about. Um, I mean, yeah, you could get maybe some people from your home down here.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, have you seen Varric around?
No.
At this point, you hear a door open, and you kind of smell this like somewhat skunky smell as Cobb stumbles out with Varric in tow.
Oh.
It's, there's some people going.
Very interesting part of the kitchen.
Tree Varric?
Excuse me?
We were jousting.
Yep.
Whoa.
Cobb's a great jester.
Is that a magical palm tree?
Mag- yeah, most magical pantry I've ever been
Yep.
in. He used to be a bartender, right? And now he's like a butler. What are you?
I don't even know.
Uh,
Just I get paid to get a roof over my head, get to drive a boat around, and watch out for a little sparrow.
sounds like a gig.
Okay.
It's not
Good
bad.
gig.
Yeah,
Hey,
pay good benefits.
you got bennies.
Yeah, got bennies, man.
You get vacation time.
I do get a vacation, but I mean, hey, I mean, this place is great, right? Who needs more? I've just been saving my vacation days. I don't even know what to do with them.
Do a staycation. That's what I would
They
say.
they accrue.
Un-
Yeah.
Unlimited accrual.
There might be a limit. I gotta talk to. I got a maths guy, but
Everyone's
I got a mask guy too.
that's good.
You
Who's
always
your
want
math?
him.
Oh,
I know, not the best mask guy,
hey,
but
yeah. Hey, Godspeed,
Yeah.
buddy.
thanks.
Hasn't
Um,
failed us yet.
I I've been thinking about the party. I'd
Yeah.
like to invite my ex-wife.
Yeah,
Not,
he had an
not,
ex-wife named Sarah.
yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
She is very hot,
That is true. I agree.
and she's got the sides of her head shaved. And she picked him up by the throat with one hand.
We did do that.
I
She is
mean, it
very
does not get
strong.
hot on that,
Also.
does it? I was thinking Sundara.
Yeah.
You should invite his sister.
Interesting.
I saw it.
You saw what?
I saw her leave your room in the morning.
My. I'm sorry, what?
His sister.
Oh. Chalice.
Yeah, not Cobb's sister.
What? I don't even know Cobb's sister.
I didn't even know if he has a sister. Cobb, you got a sister?
Not that I know of.
No, there's no sister.
6
Oh,
brothers.
Oh, fuck. That's a lot of bros. Of course I was talking about Chalice.
Ah.
Yeah, invite
Um,
Chalice. You should reach out to her.
I was actually thinking about inviting Solomor.
Oh,
Whoa.
you should do that.
You like Solomon?
Oh,
That's.
we should come up with a pros and cons list.
I mean, yeah, we definitely can come up with a pros and cons list.
Because
Okay.
at the end of the day,
End of the day.
you know, the heart wants what the heart wants, but at the end of the day, you want to make sure
the day.
that everyone's comfortable and no one breaks any promises.
True.
So you want to be very clear with your intentions.
Very clear.
You want to,
What are you talking about?
You've been
What-
making
what am I
promises.
talking
He just said don't break any promises. I
Whose
think that's
promises are
I'm
we
not
breaking?
gonna lie. I'm high off my ass right now. I'm so sorry. I was trying to get the big man here to let loose a little bit because he was
Mhm.
pretty stressed out. It was all up in the shoulders, all in here,
Yeah, he does carry that
and
stress. And sometimes
you know
twinges.
there's a body mass difference, and I am.
I see
I
what you're saying.
You tried to match him.
overestimated.
In your place. It's okay.
Oh, I matched him and then some. Okay, but I just
Yeah,
went beyond my typical. It's a work day for me, so that's why I'm a little embarrassed.
I mean, you're
I feel
still
like I'm
doing
talking
your
a lot.
job
Am I talking?
great. No, you're fine. You're doing
Okay.
fine.
You were talking about inviting Solomon.
Yeah.
I think that's great. You want me to
Thank-
send a message and reach out?
wasn't he the king?
I'm sorry, what, Varric?
Solomon, he was a king, right?
Never heard of King Solomon.
Holy shit! Are you talking about the shipbuilder?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that's Solomon.
Oh, he looks at you, Cass, and he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got connections.
and moving up in the world, buddy, huh? Oh, no wonder you haven't had time to hang out with old Cobb.
Oh. Been running for my life, friend.
Hey, aren't we all, buddy?
Some more than others.
So,
So we're doing this. Sending out
wait,
invites.
wait. We should do the pros and cons list.
Should we?
Yeah, sure.
What are the pros for Solomon?
Kind of personal.
Okay, aboard the team.
I haven't seen him in person in a very long time.
Okay.
Uh, we haven't had a chance to talk outside of weird magic meetups in a while.
Okay.
I mean,
I miss him.
those are two good
There you
enough
go.
reasons, I'd say.
What are the cons?
Um,
He could
is
kidnap you.
yeah, I guess that's technically a truth. Yeah.
He could
He
destroy
could
the
try to
whole
kill us.
island.
He could destroy the island.
Why would he even do that?
Hold on, we're not done. He could also try to kill us and take all of our magical artifacts that are needed for the giant mechanical.
Well, that is
monster.
true, but he would also have to kill me to do that, and I don't think he'd be super inclined to murder me right now.
Okay. What are the pros of Chalice?
She is super cute.
And could get laid. Okay. Cons.
Eric.
What
Um,
if I'm is any of this making you uncomfortable?
us? No. Are you uncomfortable? Sorry, it's kind of awkwardly.
This is
I was
how-
fine until you said something about like cons. Well, he could blow up the island or something like that. Like that part rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. And
I
then also the
definitely
like,
did not know that's what you were referencing. But
and then the you're like cons. Like I don't think he would murder me. Like I don't know. I just feel like maybe we need to set.
I mean, Cass, have there been times where
What?
you were like, maybe Dunsparrow and I might murder each other? Like, who knows? Sometimes you're in like a really weird space and you don't exactly know where you guys stand. Like right after we killed Pooh. So it's just a weird type of dynamic. It's kind of our thing in the Remnants. What can I say?
Change your mind. I vote for yes on Dr. Solanor.
He is not a doctor.
What?
Uh, don't let me be the only one struggling with relationship issues, is
That's
what I will say.
kind of what inspired me, honestly, was seeing you and Chalice together and
I am
not.
so lost.
I thought that's why you would want to invite Chalice.
Oh, well, I mean, Chalice and I, we had like a fun thing. It wasn't anything serious, and that's fine. And if we talk about it at some time, we talk about it. If not, cool.
Cool. I just didn't know. I'm still gonna invite my Sarah. So
Let me show you guys two rooms.
we got our own rooms.
Cass,
Yeah.
you would have noticed that. Give me an insight check.
At 21.
As soon as Dunsparrow was brought up, Cobb almost instantaneously sobered up and got like a little bit more and got like very serious. And that kind of like goofy, lighthearted, like inebriated Cobb is gone.
Okay.
Why don't you come on with me and I'll show you where you can stay. You already saw the kitchen. Vera can show you that. Take your pick. Anyone down these hallways are fair game. You got a north wing, east wing, west wing. So have at it. I'll be around. Let me know. I stay downstairs. I'm up at all hours of night, so anytime. Just knock and I'll see what I can do, okay? All right, folks.
Thanks for
Alright.
your hospitality, Cobb.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He walks downstairs.
So sorry about kind of dropping that bomb there, guys.
No, that's fine. That was weird. He just got real weird real fast. Okay,
So it wasn't just me that noticed that, right?
No. I'd say it's probably like 95 to 5 that it's a trap versus, or not a trap versus a trap.
Well, add that to the pros list. Maybe Solomar would help us get out of trap.
Yeah.
Or is it looking around awkward?
I mean, I think it's a decent enough place to have a, maybe not confrontation, but
I was going more for like a reunion type vibe,
yeah.
but
Yeah. It's just always a confrontation for me. Speaking of, I guess I'm going to go
That's
try to make things
sorry.
non-confrontation.
I don't know why, but like, God, I love Cass. That just felt so badass.
Said
Like,
that from
I
a
feel
place
like
of pain.
if this game ever became a movie, that would be in the trailer. Cass being like, him just being like, it's always a confrontation for me.
I will
Sorry.
wander around, really.
hey, Cass, back straight. You got this.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Exert yourself
You know what?
if you want to. If I could inspire you, I would, but you're just inspiring vibes.
It's there, even if it's not. Just to be safe, though, I'm gonna walk back and I'm gonna unvine whip the gun from my belt, place it.
If you ever want advice on the ladies, I got your button.
Ask the divorced man. Yeah.
Ask the divorced man making amends.
Yeah.
Don't send her to prison. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you're right.
Good one, yeah, that's in prison.
I hand my gun to Varric, and then I go trying to find Dunsparrow.
Okay.
Can I shoot it?
You can. Yes.
As he like grabs to go to shoot it, I'm like, Varric, please, no.
What? It's cool.
Yeah, but it's like weird magic bullets.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't want to. Yeah, I give it to.
Put it in my pocket.
You're probably more responsible.
For sure.
I don't know why he gave it to me.
Yeah, me neither.
Cass, as you... Oh, it's dark. As you go to find Dunsparrow, it's pretty obvious like where the master bedroom would be. Door's closed.
I'll give a few light knocks. You in here?
The door opens.
I enter.
Okay. You see her. She's kind of like in comfort wear. She's wearing like a silk robe. Her eyes are kind of like puffy from crying. She just looks at you, doesn't say anything.
Listen, I really want to fix whatever is going on. And I think there are things I've done that I regret that have hurt you and made things complicated. But it goes the same for you.
Let me stop you right there. I think that this was a bad idea, and I'm sorry that I invited you here. And I was hoping for the same thing, but even within the first couple minutes of us saying everything out loud, it feels like things are kind of fucked. Right.
I can't deny that there's kind of maybe something important that died when you lied to me about Chalice. But I am willing to forgive you and move on from that if you will forgive me and my friends, I guess. I don't really care if you forgive them.
She takes like a deep breath and she looks really like relieved, like there's a huge weight off her chest. And she just like wipes her eyes and she looks at you. Forgiveness? Yeah. I don't think I can do that. And then she puts her hand on your chest, pushes you up against the wall, does not cast any spells or do anything harmful. Sort of a fade to black situation depending on where Cass goes with this.
Good lord. Okay. I thought it was going to be me regretting not taking counterspell.
I know. I was
The double bait.
Once again, Cass is just so fucking confused. But yes, fade to black.
Okay.
This programs.
I think this is actually a good place to cut this session and continue next week.
I think that.
Yeah, see, nobody fucking.
I think that she likes the turmoil.
Oh, the tension.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It all makes sense. You know, you can't just kill somebody's father and be like, we're good, right?
Hey. Hey, wanna go on a date?
Yeah. Might cause a
and
bit
also
of tension.
then have her like allude to like killing him herself or at least preventing him from being resurrected for your sake, and then harboring infinite regret and resentment.
Yeah, we're working on it. Okay, there's no D&D relationship therapy, so
Magical D&D trauma.
it hasn't
You
been
could probably
invented yet.
Kinda.